Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. My name's Ellis and I'll be your host for today's trivia quiz. We've got 100 questions in this quiz and we'd love you to let us know at the end of the video how many points you scored based on our Quiz Class awards. Take a look at the scoreboard there and then at the end you can let us know how you rank in the comments. So, without further ado, let's get started with the quiz. Good luck. Here's question 1. Which tennis player won the most Grand Slam singles titles by 1980? Pete Sampras, Rod Laver, or Bjorn Borg? As you can see, you get 3 multiple choice options for each question. The answer to question 1 is Rod Laver. 2. In what year did the Summer Olympics last take place in Mexico City? 1968, 1972, or 1980? The correct answer is 1968. Question 3. Who was the first African American to play in Major League Baseball? Satchel Paige, Willie Mays, or Jackie Robinson? The answer is Jackie Robinson. What was the first sport played at the Summer Olympics in 1896? Baseball, swimming, or athletics? So although this is a general trivia quiz, we do stick in one topic for a few questions at a time. Currently, you've probably noticed these questions are all around the topic of sports, and the answer to question 4 is athletics. Which famous poet is known for writing The Raven? Robert Frost, Edgar Allan Poe, or William Blake? And there we are, moving away from sports. The correct answer is Edgar Allan Poe. Which character is the protagonist of Moby Dick? Queequeg, Captain Ahab, or Ishmael? The answer is Ishmael. Which 19th century English writer created the character of Sherlock Holmes? Arthur Conan Doyle, Agatha Christie, or Charles Dickens? The answer is Arthur Conan Doyle. In what year did The Godfather first hit theatres? 1969, 1974, or 1972? The answer is 1972. Who won the Academy Award for Best Director in 1975? Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, or Stanley Kubrick? The answer is Steven Spielberg. What was the name of the fictional African country in the 1988 movie Coming to America? Wakanda, Zamandu, or Zamunda? The answer is Zamunda. Question 11. Which film won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1994? The Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, or Pulp Fiction? The Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, or Pulp Fiction? The answer is Forrest Gump. 12. Which film did Alfred Hitchcock direct that is known for its famous shower scene? Psycho, Rear Window, or North by Northwest? The answer is Psycho. Question 13. Who directed the 1977 sci-fi classic Star Wars? Steven Spielberg, Ridley Scott, or George Lucas? The correct answer is George Lucas. Which movie features the line, "You can't handle the truth"? The Godfather, A Few Good Men, or The Departed? The answer is A Few Good Men. Which exercise is considered a low-impact workout? Jogging, basketball, or swimming? The correct answer is swimming. 16. What type of diet emphasises on vegetables, grains, and legumes? Keto, vegan, or Mediterranean? The answer is a vegan diet. Question 17. What is the most common cause of heart disease in adults? Diabetes, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure? The answer is high blood pressure. Which of the following is a good way to maintain bone health? Weight-bearing exercise, avoiding sunlight, or drinking caffeine? The correct answer is weight-bearing exercise. What vitamin is produced by the body when exposed to sunlight? Vitamin A, D, or C? The answer is vitamin D. Question 20. What is a good food source for omega-3 fatty acids? Salmon, spinach, or eggs? A good food source for omega-3 fatty acids is salmon. Who was the first player to score 100 points in a single NBA game? Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or Wilt Chamberlain? The answer is Wilt Chamberlain. Which NFL team is known as the Steel Curtain? New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, or Dallas Cowboys? The correct answer is Pittsburgh Steelers. 23. Who holds the record for the most career goals in the English Premier League? Wayne Rooney, Thierry Henry, or Alan Shearer? The answer is Alan Shearer. What year did the first modern Olympic Games take place? 1896, 1900, or 1924? The answer is 1896. Who was the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal in boxing? Layla Ali, Katie Taylor, or Claressa Shields? The answer is Claressa Shields. Which team won the 1999 Women's World Cup in soccer? United States, Norway, or Brazil? The correct answer is United States. In which sport do you compete for the Stanley Cup? Field hockey, ice hockey, or badminton? If you are competing for the Stanley Cup, you are playing ice hockey. Which famous author wrote Brave New World? Ray Bradbury, George Orwell, or Aldous Huxley? Brave New World was written by Aldous Huxley. What is the title of the first book in the Chronicles of Narnia? Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, or The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe? The answer is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Question 30. Who wrote the novel The Picture of Dorian Gray? Oscar Wilde, Charles Dickens, or Bram Stoker? The Picture of Dorian Gray was written by Oscar Wilde. What is the name of the author of The Outsiders? J.D. Salinger, S.E. Hinton, or John Steinbeck? Hope you're keeping up with the quiz so far and enjoying yourself. We're on question 31, and the answer to that question is S.E. Hinton. Question 32. Who was the first female author to win the Booker Prize for fiction? Bernice Rubens, Hilary Mantel, or Margaret Atwood? The answer is Bernice Rubens. Question 33. Which of these books was written by Emily Bronte? North and South, Wuthering Heights, or Jane Eyre? The answer is Wuthering Heights. Who wrote The Grapes of Wrath? John Steinbeck, Mark Twain, or F. Scott Fitzgerald? The answer is John Steinbeck. Who won the Academy Award for Best Actor in 1992 for his role in The Silence of the Lambs? Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, or Anthony Hopkins? The answer is Anthony Hopkins. Which movie featured a famous dance scene with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey? Flashdance, Dirty Dancing, or Footloose? All films about dancing, but the correct answer is Dirty Dancing. Which film director is famous for movies like Schindler's List and Jaws? Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, or Steven Spielberg? The answer is Steven Spielberg. Which of these is a recommended method for managing stress? Exercising, meditation, or drinking coffee? The answer we're looking for is meditation. Which of the following is a common age-related condition affecting vision? Cataracts, glaucoma, or astigmatism? Age-related being the key part of that question. The answer is cataracts. 40. Which food is known for its high content of antioxidants, which may help in aging? Oranges, blueberries, or apples? The answer is blueberries. 41. What type of exercise is considered best for improving flexibility in older adults? Strength training, cardio, or yoga? To improve flexibility, older adults are recommended to do yoga. What fashion designer is famous for the creation of the little black dress? Yves Saint Laurent, Coco Chanel, or Christian Dior? The answer is Coco Chanel. What was the primary fabric used in the creation of denim jeans? Leather, polyester, or cotton? The correct answer is cotton. Question 44. Which designer is known for its famous red sole shoes? Jimmy Choo, Christian Dior, or Christian Louboutin? The correct answer is Christian Louboutin. In what decade did the miniskirt become a fashion trend? 1970s, 50s, or 60s? The miniskirt became a fashion trend in the 1960s. What type of hat is associated with the British royal look for women? A fascinator, a fedora, or a beanie? The answer is a fascinator. Who designed the famous puffy down jackets in the 1990s? Moncler, Tommy Hilfiger, or Ralph Lauren? The answer is Moncler. What clothing item became iconic in the 1980s as part of athleisure fashion? Turtleneck, leather jacket, or the tracksuit? The answer is tracksuit. What type of art is Jackson Pollock famous for creating? Abstract expressionism, cubism, or surrealism? The answer is abstract expressionism. Question 50. What type of art did Gustav Klimt specialise in? Impressionism, Baroque, or Symbolism? This question marks us being halfway through this quiz. The answer then to question 50 is Symbolism. Which artist is known for the Water Lilies series? Paul Cézanne, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, or Claude Monet? The correct answer is Claude Monet. Which artist is famous for his surrealist paintings like The Persistence of Memory? Salvador Dali, René Magritte, or Frida Kahlo? The answer is Salvador Dali. Which country is known for its success in cricket, winning multiple World Cup titles? India, England, or Australia? The correct answer is Australia. 54. What is the oldest tennis tournament in the world? The US Open, Wimbledon, or the French Open? The answer is Wimbledon. Which NFL team won the first Super Bowl? Green Bay Packers, Kansas City Chiefs, or Dallas Cowboys? The answer is the Green Bay Packers. Who holds the record for the most home runs in Major League Baseball history? Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, or Barry Bonds? The answer is Hank Aaron. Which city is famous for hosting the Kentucky Derby? 1966, 1930, or 1950? The correct answer is 1930. Which gymnast won 7 Olympics gold medals? Simone Biles, Mary Lou Retton, or Nadia Comaneci? The answer is Simone Biles. Which author wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? William Faulkner, Mark Twain, or Ernest Hemingway? The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn was written by Mark Twain. Question 60. Which famous book series features the character of Frodo Baggins? Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, or The Hobbit? A bigger part of Lord of the Rings, Frodo Baggins also appears in The Hobbit. Which author wrote Bridget Jones's Diary? Sophie Kinsella, Helen Fielding, or Marion Keyes? The answer is Helen Fielding. Which British author wrote The Chronicles of Narnia? C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien, or J.K. Rowling? The answer is C.S. Lewis. 63. The Shining was written by who? Shirley Jackson, Peter Straub, or Stephen King? The correct answer is horror legend Stephen King. Which 2014 film won the Academy Award for Best Picture? Spotlight, Birdman, or The Revenant? The answer is Birdman. 65. Which 1994 movie features a man who spends time in prison for a crime he didn't commit? A Few Good Men, The Green Mile, or The Shawshank Redemption? The answer is The Shawshank Redemption. Who holds the record for most goals in a single World Cup tournament? Lionel Messi, Just Fontaine, or Ronaldo Nazario? The answer is Just Fontaine. Which American athlete won the 2008 Beijing Olympic 100 metre and 200 metre gold medals? Was it Tyson Gay, Usain Bolt, or Carl Lewis? The answer is Tyson Gay. Question 68. Who holds the record for most Olympic gold medals? Mark Spitz, Michael Phelps, or Larissa Latinina? The record for most Olympic gold medals is held by swimmer Michael Phelps. Which country won the first ever FIFA World Cup in 1930? Italy, Brazil, or Uruguay? The answer is Uruguay. Which character is known for the quote, "To be or not to be, that is the question"? Hamlet, Othello, or Macbeth? The answer is Hamlet. Which famous poet wrote the Divine Comedy? William Shakespeare, John Milton, or Dante Alighieri? William Shakespeare, John Milton, or Dante Alighieri? The correct answer is Dante Alighieri. 72. Which novel was written by Leo Tolstoy? Crime and Punishment, Anna Karenina, or War and Peace? The correct answer is Anna Karenina. Which film was the first to gross over $1 billion at the global box office? Avatar, Star Wars, or Titanic? The answer is Titanic. Who directed The Shawshank Redemption? Steven Spielberg, Frank Darabont, or Joseph Heller? The Shawshank Redemption was directed by Frank Darabont. Which exercise is beneficial for improving balance? Swimming, Tai Chi, or weightlifting? You can improve your balance by taking part in Tai Chi. Which fruit is known for being high in potassium and heart healthy? Orange, apple, or banana? The answer is a banana. Which famous designer is known for its suits and the phrase "elegance is not about being noticed, it's about being remembered"? Yves Saint Laurent, Christian Dior, or Giorgio Armani? The answer is Giorgio Armani. Which fashion trend became popular in the 1990s with a focus on minimalism and clean lines? Minimalism, boho chic, or grunge? The answer is minimalism. Which style of shoes became iconic in the 1980s, particularly for skateboarding? Adidas, Converse, or Vans? The answer is Vans. Question 80. Which artist is known for his works on the theme of pop art? Andy Warhol, Roy Lichtenstein, or Jackson Pollock? The answer is Andy Warhol. What was the primary medium used in Jackson Pollock's paintings? Oil paints, enamel, or watercolours? The correct answer is enamel. 82. Which sport is the Ironman competition associated with? Running, swimming, or triathlon? Well, an Ironman is running and swimming and cycling, therefore it's a triathlon. Which country has the most Rugby World Cups? New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa? The answer is New Zealand. Which sport is played in the Tour de France? Running, cycling, or triathlon? The answer is cycling. Who painted Guernica, a masterpiece of the 20th century? Edvard Munch, Jackson Pollock, or Pablo Picasso? Edvard Munch, Jackson Pollock, or Pablo Picasso? The answer is Pablo Picasso. Which of these conditions lead to changes in the memory? Multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, or Parkinson's disease? The answer is Alzheimer's disease. Who starred as Tony Stark and Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, or Adam Sandler? The answer is Robert Downey Jr. 88. Which famous author wrote about the experiences of an American soldier during the Vietnam War in The Things They Carried? Joseph Heller, Kurt Vonnegut, or Tim O'Brien? The correct answer is Tim O'Brien. Who wrote the novel Moby Dick? Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, or Edgar Allan Poe? Moby Dick was written by Herman Melville. Who won the 1974 Formula One World Cup Championship? Jackie Ickx, Emerson Fittipaldi, or Jackie Stewart? The answer is Jackie Ickx. Apologies for my mispronunciation there. Here's question 90. Which of these athletes is known for winning the Olympic gold in decathlon in 1976? Carl Lewis, Michael Johnson, or Bruce Jenner? The answer is Bruce Jenner. Which 1999 movie featured the line, "I see dead people"? Fight Club, The Matrix, or The Sixth Sense? The answer is The Sixth Sense. 92. Which of these types of food helps to maintain high cholesterol? Sugary, saturated fats, or high fibre? If you want to maintain a high cholesterol, you should be eating saturated fats. In which year did Tiger Woods win his first Masters tournament? 2001, 1990, or 1997? The answer is 1997. What is the name of the trophy awarded to the winner of the NFL's Super Bowl? Stanley Cup, Vince Lombardi Trophy, or Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy? The NFL Super Bowl winner wins the Vince Lombardi Trophy. What is the standard distance of a marathon? 26.2 miles, 20 miles, or 29.2 miles? The correct answer is 26.2 miles. Which empire was ruled by Genghis Khan? Ottoman Empire, Persian Empire, or Mongol Empire? The answer is the Mongol Empire. Which ancient civilization created the concept of democracy? Egyptian, Greek, or Roman? The answer is the Greek. In which year did Christopher Columbus reach the Americas? 1620, 1500, or 1492? Christopher Columbus reached the Americas in 1492. Who was the first emperor of China? Qin Shi Huang, Confucius, or Mao Zedong? The answer is Qin Shi Huang. Question 100. Which famous historical figure is known for crossing the Alps with elephants? Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, or Hannibal Barca? The answer is Hannibal Barca. Bonus question. Which war involved the conflict between Athens and Sparta? Let us know the answer in the comments, and let us know how many points you scored out of 100, because that is the end of our quiz. Are you a champion, master, enthusiast, apprentice, or an explorer? We would love to know. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified on all of our upcoming videos. In the meantime though, there are plenty of quizzes already uploaded if you just can't wait for the next one to be dropped. So please do click away and get involved with another quiz. My name's Ellis and I've been your host today. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time at Quiz Class.